Hi guys, welcome to the Free Skate. Today we are going to do an episode, we're going to mention a few things from Skate Canada, and then we are going to talk about one main topic with maybe something else in it for International de France. And Jesse is here.
I'm back, and
He's back,
ready for an attack.
and he's been out for quite a while. He had a heart injury for the last few years. Just
Honestly,
maybe he didn't, but
that concussion, you guys? Woo!
he didn't.
Alright, so what did we watch?
Okay, so first I just
Hey, you
wanna
guys,
say-
I know what I watched, but I mean, I can't.
Just from Skate Canada, there's just a few points that I wanted to mention here. Pairs, super rock star, Canadian pair team, Diane Stellato, Maxime Deschamps. I mean, everyone's talking about it. 40 years old, she won a Grand Prix title. She looks, I shouldn't be singling her out. They look freaking
Yeah,
fantastic.
but a 40-year-old, like, no.
He's 31.
But the point is,
I
a
think,
40-year-old,
something
you
like
guys, like, coming from an
She
ex-athlete
looks
that played hockey
so
all their
good.
life, 40 years old and figure skating, think of the wear and tear on your
Oh, I
body,
know.
like, that you have to jump and use all these different muscles and stuff, like, that is actually
She
tremendous.
used to compete for the United States in singles
Okay.
in like 2001.
Still, regardless,
2000,
40 years old to be
crazy.
jumping and doing these things, like figure skating is a very, it's not like, you know, people don't look at it like, oh, it's hockey or blah, 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 but it's a different dynamic of what you're
Yeah.
using and different, like, toll on your body because you got to use these different muscles to
constant
jump
joint
and to
impact, too.
balance and to skate, all of that. So it's really is tremendous. At 40 years old, I said to Ryan, what did I say? She looks like she's 26.
I know. She
Like,
looks phenomenal.
literally.
They're skating phenomenal. It's just so much to be proud of as a skater, as a Canadian, as a fan of figure skating. To see that longevity coming into such a difficult sport and them having like hard success is so wonderful to see. And you're coming up to a home worlds in Montreal where you literally could be the favorite to win a world championship
Yep.
at 40 years old. That's insane. I love it.
You know, and I just wanted to quickly say, well, what else did you have in here? Do you have anyone else?
I wanted to mention,
Piper. Are they in here?
Piper and Paul.
Okay, you guys, I want to talk about that for a second because we'll talk about where I've been and what's going on. But anyway, Piper and Paul, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I'm getting them
It's
right. You
still
guys
their
got some
names.
far right tonight. No, but honestly, now that's the best performance skating I've seen out of them in their whole entire career for me. Just for me personally, everyone knows who my favorites were and blah blah blah. But
Well, their scores showed it. They got
loved
219.
so good. Honestly, it was
Super
very,
good.
very good. I really couldn't say more, and that's what I was always asking from them. I wanted to see that close unison like you get from, you know, Moyer and
Yeah.
Virtue and all the top ones, you know, like the old
Well, they always had the unison, but you know what held them back a lot was their levels. They didn't get all their levels all the time.
yeah. But like the French, all that, like they're so close. When you watch those ones skate, you're like magic.
Yeah.
It sucks you in. They sucked you in now. Now you're like, that you want them. It's like, oh, it's like romance. We know they're not, but it's like a romance feeling of like you love it. You love them. You want to see more. You want to see them happy and positive and all that stuff. So honestly, it was tremendous. It's really, really, really good program.
I was obsessed with their short dance and their
Yeah, the short was
their 80s theme. They Piper and Pauled that costume to death. Her pants were so 80s you could strap some Christmas lights on those things and they could blend with it. It was just, I loved it. And you know what? Because it's an 80s theme this year, I find a lot of teams are toning it down in the free dance, and it's been a constant.
Well,
slow
do you know
free dance
why, though?
after time
It's
after
because,
time
like,
after
think
time,
of the
and you're like,
80s.
oh my god!
You're getting the music,
No,
the
I get
character,
that.
the vision, the colors, all this.
But I would rather
It's
see
so upbeat.
So everything's upbeat in the short, which is great. You don't
Yeah.
really get tired of that because
Yeah.
there's such an array. The free program or free dance from a lot of ice dance teams is so drawn out, and it's just, you know what, I found Skate Canada very tiresome to watch the free dance. Piper and Paul's music was a little bit slower, but somehow they had the magic in that program where they sucked you in and you wanted to see more. You felt their emotion, you felt their skating, and that was something that I was very impressed with. That definitely separated for me between them and the rest of the event was they had slower music, but were able to grab you. And I feel like no one else was.
Okay, next, because we are on a roll.
Pause. Rocky.
No, that's the thing. Let's get to the next one.
Oh, Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson of Great Britain won the silver. And I am obsessed with their Rocky.
Honestly,
I love it.
That was good.
It is so risky to do something like that, but there's
like
only a few teams who could pull that off. And
but at the end, when he like lifts her and like they're doing all those spins.
Oh, that was a great one. Yeah.
Holy, I'm like,
their
wow.
rotational lift.
I got dizzy. I'm like, I'm not even where. What? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I love that they are like punching each other in like air punches, and like he put the
You're like,
push-ups
should we look
back
at
in.
the punch? Should I watch him? Like, oh yeah, he looks like a boxer.
I was dying. I was like, this.
It would look like you and I boxing, just like, oh mate, I'm sorry, did I miss your face?
This is what people need to see, though. Like, I feel like,
but it's character, right?
It's such a
entertainment.
break in what you normally see from ice dance. It's so good, and that's what's going to pull in the casual fan to get to skating back.
Can I just say also with that stuff, isn't it funny though? The truth is, you guys, Virtue and Moore started all this. They started the change of everything, of just doing something different, risky, something out of the element of normal ice dance, and look what it's blossomed to now. Like, everyone is so much fun, and they're doing these different things, and it is, like they were saying, it is really hard to be, you know, what's the word? Innovative, because, like, there's only so much, you know, you can do, but some groups, you guys, are honestly doing it. They really are. Or pairs, I should say, not groups, but, you know, some pairs are really doing it. Like, I know the Americans weren't in this one, but I wanted to talk to them, so I didn't get to say it to the previous ones, because obviously I haven't been here for a while. I love them. What's their names? Yeah, I gotta get it right. Chalk and Bates. Oh my god, they are my new favorites though. So since Virtue and Moore left, they have been my favorites.
Piper and Paul did score higher than them.
They
Different
did.
panel of judges, but
and I always tell you that.
Comparison.
You never judge that, because you know when you go against me, you're usually wrong. And I will be here to always remember that camera never lies when I tell you the truth. But no, it'll be a great battle though. It really will, and that's good. You know what? At the end of the day, you guys, you want 8 good ones instead of 2 good ones. You want the fight to the finish because it pushes. Listen, competition pushes people, and it pushes you to be your best and to be the best. And when those like pairs are all so close, like 4 of them. They're that close. That's a battle, and just wait for like the
Grand Prix final and the Worlds for ice dance.
It's gonna be tremendous because it's competition at its finest, and they're all really good and right around each other. So, you guys, I just want to say I love Chalk and Bates. They're my favorite. They're my Scott. I just love them. I do. I always tell them like I freaking love her. She's so cute she always has the best dresses, the best outfits, the best hair. Like her hair's always picture work too. I just love her, honestly, I really do.
Well, I think they're gonna Chalk and Bates are gonna make some changes to their program.
Yeah, well, you have to, right?
And,
like you
mean, everyone does during the year, but
you have to. You've seen Piper and Paul jump ahead of you, so you gotta now get those.
Last year started the same thing, and Madison and Evan had a rough start last year, and they were really actually far off a lot of scores. But by the end of the year came, I mean, they dominated.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's okay. So ice dance. That's all we're going to talk about. That. I think we can go into
pairs. You guys, honestly, I'm not a big fan right now of it. It's
I find pairs in
to me,
general,
no one is enticing me though, and a lot left. You said right, like
the
a lot of the
only one I'm really into is Deanna.
I feel rude saying that, but like we all have our likes and dislikes, and just
pairs is going through a transition right now.
Yeah, and it'll get good again. Sure.
The world champions from Japan are they were injured.
Okay.
They're still not quite back yet. There's no one really else. I mean, there was a team from Hungary that won the silver medal in Skate Canada.
I'm waiting for my.
I actually don't even know who they are.
I'm waiting for the Portuguese skating. Like, why are we not figure skating?
They might do the artistic roller.
Like, I don't know, just probably because they don't have ice. Yeah, that's probably true. But okay, so let's go on to like the women, and let's do something. Or what did you have?
So for women, we can mention.
And are we doing the Canadians? Like, where are we here? Sorry, it's because you scattered everywhere. I think we're covering 2. Okay, so
we're gonna do France after.
Okay.
So
we're gonna do.
So Kari Sakamoto. I mean, She was untouchable there. Absolutely untouchable. She
You
was
guys-
phenomenal. Her power and her speed and her skating in general and trends, they're second to none.
Are you kidding me? Like, this girl, I was saying to Ryan, when I'm watching her, I'm like, this is how you build a woman's figure skater.
Yeah.
Her down low body is just filled with, she's got muscle, she's got the right physique, she's built in every which way from her arms to her chest to her thighs to her calves. She's just all about strength and power. And look at her fly from one side to the other with 2 pushes, and she's gone like the wind. And I said to Ryan, she's as good a skater as most of these men, and I mean that honest to God.
Better than most.
Her skating, I come from a background of being a pretty damn good skater myself in hockey and stuff, and I'm like, this girl knows how to skate.
Yeah.
Like, she'll give you a lesson. You guys, this is how you skate. This is it. This is how you figure skate for a woman, and everyone needs to watch her and put yourself into it. Like, okay, so she does this, like, learn from that, because that will make you great. No different than that we learn from the jumps and stuff like that. Like, doing quads or triple axels or whatever we're getting into, not everyone's doing them, but there are some that do it. The only thing that I miss, like I said, Ryan, of the women's game is some of the Russians doing the jumps and stuff, but none of the Russians have the skating of Kari. Sakamoto is beyond anybody's wildest dreams, and I'm telling you, in decades of skating, there's no power. You can't tell me who's got power like her. I haven't seen it in so long. She deserves what she's been getting, and that's first place.
Yeah.
So good for her. Love her. Like, just
her and Luna both have incredible power.
Luna, I would agree. Luna is built very similar to, actually. Mm-hmm. She's very built similar that way. Listen, not everyone has the same physique. Not everyone's gonna get the same. But you gotta build whatever your physique is. You gotta go to that standard. It may not be as big as because I'm a more built guy down low. Not everyone's gonna be the same as me, but you can still train that way. You can get that. You can do that same train for the down low and for your legs and stuff like that to get that strength.
Yeah.
And I always call that power camp. It's all about power camp. I think that's the best thing you can do for skating. But obviously, there's more tricks and trades in figure skating with edge work and there's so much. But that's where she gets
which Carey does with the speed, which is unbelievable.
Honestly, I can say more than her. And Luna too. Yeah, I agree with Ryan. I really, really liked her. I have nothing but positive things to say about her as well. What was she in?
Luna was in Skate America.
Yeah, no, I meant place-wise.
Oh, wait, she won.
Yeah, she won. Yeah. So, and Sakamoto won.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see what happens between those two.
You know what? Finally showed herself a long program that she skated to her abilities. She had a massive score in her free skate. She scored 132. It was just under her personal best from the Olympics, which is
my only problem with her. She doesn't do it for me. There's still no it factor there for me.
She's not going to be.
She leaves a lot for me there because I think it's her inconsistencies. If she can build some consistency in her, and sometimes that might just come with. How about some momentum? If she could just get some 2 skates in a row, feeling good, maybe that pushes you to.
You know what? If she
reach her potential.
If she could skate 2 clean programs, I feel she would be in the conversation for a world medal.
I don't see that.
I do.
No.
If you are picture perfect clean in 2 programs, if everyone is clean in that field, no, she's going to be beat. But if a lot of people make mistakes.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you're playing with ifs in anything
just
sports,
saying,
you're out. There's no ifs.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Consistency.
If she is clean, she can be in the conversation and a possible medal hope.
So if Kari can do quads, I guess no one will touch her. It doesn't. We can't go by ifs. There's no ifs.
When she skates 2 clean programs, she will be in the conversation for a medal. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's guaranteed a medal.
So what you're actually trying to say, Ryan, is she has the potential. If she could put some things together, she does have the potential to be in the conversation. Is what
pretty much exactly what I just said.
Okay. So she has the potential, but ifs aren't going to work in this category because potential has to be met. and that comes with consistencies.
Okay.
And that's what, Sakamoto and Luna. You love Luna. I think that's your favorite one, right?
Yeah, I love her.
Luna, I think, is his favorite. Kari's has to be mine. Like, she's so good. What's with me and the Japanese? Like, I love them. They're so good. Hanu? Oh, my Hanu's gone nuts. Why haven't been allowed? You guys,
the men have been men. The men are men. I don't know.
I miss my Hanu skating. You guys, I do. I can't help it.
So inconsistent. Every event. You have Matteo Rizzo. 8th in the short, 2nd in the free.
I haven't been paying attention to the men's match except for a couple of them.
They're just so... They're all over the place. And I don't feel like there's a man yet that has really, solidly laid down.
We're going to get to, you guys, we are going to get to, quickly here, because we're going to try and run through this fast, we will get to the showdown between Ilia and Adam, yeah. We're going to get to that, because I had a lot to say on it, and I was not...
Someone fuming after.
I was on Twitter, you guys, but we'll talk about it. Okay, so let's run through here. Canada here, we're on Ski Canada?
No, we're on France.
Okay, we're on France, we skipped, good.
No, because I just want to say that. Okay, so for women, the women's field I found in France was a little come see come sa. Isabelle Levito won by the skin of her teeth. She was 3rd in the free skate. She didn't have a really great free skate, and but she did end up winning. And the Belgian skater Nina Pinzeroni. So that's Belgium's 2nd skater, actually won the silver medal. So good for her, because she got an ISU medal.
I mean, let's be honest, it was a little bit lower,
Oh, and there was also...
in that field, not a lot of the big guns were there.
It was...
Someone's got to win.
Yeah, I think it was Rion Sumiyoshi. Guys, she had the quad, right? Was she the one who had the quad or no?
Yeah, someone did have a quad.
Or was it somebody else?
I don't know, but someone did have a quad. And lined it, thank you very much.
Yeah, it had to have been. It wasn't Chiba.
Alright, well, he's scrolling through that. I honestly didn't pay attention too much to the women in this field. You guys know me, I have my favorites, and I also have, I need to see competition, and at its top, we all know this from prior. So, I'm very, you know me, I'm like the Don Cherry for figure skating. We gotta go.
Okay, we can, I think, just go right to the men. I don't think we need to really discuss the pairs or the ice dance in this event. We can hit right to Ilia.
You're the boss.
Okay, so here's my big ish with this Ilia.
But is it going to be what I said? Because you can't see what I said, because it's my words. I need to describe it to the audience.
Okay, so describe what you're...
But let's ask you, what did you feel between the two? Who was your favorite? And also, what did you like out of both programs? What did you really see out of Ilia that you really appreciate? And what did you really appreciate
so let's
out
start.
of Adams?
Ilia, obviously, I mean, his jumps are just so clean all the time. Well, most of the time. Him not putting in the quad axle in the short didn't pay off for him, or the long didn't pay off for him. That definitely would.
So we're hearing that he doesn't put it in there because he just doesn't see the benefits of it. They're not high enough marks.
It wasn't.
It's not
high enough base value.
Yeah, and it's not worth the risk.
Which is fair, but in an event like this, it was the difference.
Yeah.
Now, also saying that too,
should have been though.
I do agree with the standings. I absolutely, Adam, 100% won this event. He was an absolute rock star.
Ryan's oh, you gotta watch this guy, blah blah. Because I'm oh, I don't have a Hanu. I'm hurting right now, you guys. Figure skating's going through a change, and a lot of the ones we were watching the last.
Just so you know who Adam was.
We were watching the last 10 years. It's a lot of it's kind of transitioning right now. So Ryan's telling me this Adam guy's good, blah blah. I was okay, I'll give it a a go, and I'm watching him do his short program. I'm whoa, this guy is cat-like. He's giving me the Hanu that. Just he's flipping on the edge. He's doing cartwheels out of midair. I mean, he's turning on a dime, transitions, edge work, everything is. And by the way, you guys, he's skating. Another guy that can absolutely fly. So, And then we had Ilia, and Ilia, again, yeah, I did watch him. I know him. I've seen him the last 2 years. His jumping is great. Yeah, I do give him that. And his skating is not bad.
No, Ilia's skating is not bad. Ilia's skating has improved immensely over the last 2 years. We will acknowledge that and give him that right now. But
I said to Ryan as we were watching, and Adam went first in the long program, and Adam had a tremendous skate, right? So I said, and I'm like, you guys, I'm blown away because I'm just like, I can't believe how fast he is and how quick he is. And just, not only that, he did his jumps very good too. So give him the credit too.
Oh, that guy's walking off quads.
His jumps were amazing too. So you know what? He has the whole package. Yeah. And then I said, in the short program to Ryan, I said, the skating is different to me. It's not even close. Adam blows him away in speed and edge. So then when Ilia went, I said, this better not be close in skating program. I'm sorry, but the truth of the matter is Adam. Listen, I was saying to Ryan, when it comes to skating, I just know, I know I'm in a hockey field. It's a little bit different than figure skating, but we're talking about power and speed and learning to be balanced. And when you're a quick skater, to have balance and edge work when you're if you gotta, I guess in words for figure skating, if you're jumping and you're almost tipping, but you're flying, it's harder to be on balance to stay whoa, right? In other words, if you're going a little bit slower, you're cutting into it, you're giving your body in prep time, and the jump and everything is in slower mode, that you can at least kind of more control yourself because you're in that, you're not flying. Adam is flying, doing all this edge work, jumps from his 2 pushes, doing cartwheels out of nowhere. It's just, I'm like, this guy is going, by the way, a 4.5 minute full skate of did he slow down once? Because I didn't see it. I was like, can you go another 10 minutes? Because obviously he was lightning. And when Ilia went secondly, I was like, this isn't even close. You can't put them honestly, when you put them side by side like that, or one after another, it was night and day when it came to the skating and the program and everything. I'm sorry, but Adam blew him away. It wasn't even a competition, and it was a competition technically. Was not a competition come skating. I'm sorry, but I'm unbiased. None of them are for me. They're not Canadian. I'm just telling you, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Adam is absolutely, without a doubt, blew him away. And when Ilia had to skate behind him, it was did it not feel like in slow-mo? I was like, gee, fast forward, get going, bud.
So here was I do agree with all of that, by the way. So, Ilia was
you
first
better.
after the short program. So we need to point out something here. The American judge was judge number 3. The American judge had Ilia's composition at a 9, Adam's at an 8, and Yuma's at an 8.5. So that means they ranked.
That's about right with figure skating. Bias coming in.
Everyone else had him at 8.5, 8.25, 8.75, 8.25, 8.5, 8.75.
Am I the only one that thinks that whenever there's a countryman skating, so say there's a Canadian skater, the Canadian judge should not be able to judge that. They should be left out because it takes that bias out. I would love to see that figure skating. Because that is what happens. It's always your own country bumping your own score up a little bit.
I think you're worried about them making deals with other nations.
It's what happens anyways.
Yeah, I know.
So I would rather just, I don't know.
So
food for thought. What do you guys think?
PCS was 43.06 in the short. Adams was 43.37. You cannot tell me that they're pretty much tied. That's ridiculous. Yuma's was 43.95. They all had 43. I'm sorry, but it's not close between one of those guys.
It's like when they did the Russian skating and they would put the Russian skaters as good as Sakamoto. I'm like,
And then free skate, Adams' PCS was 90.01.
Yeah.
Ilia's was 86.98. So that's essentially,
and that was looking better.
It's basically only 3 points. Again, 3. That's not a lot.
It isn't, but when it comes to that, it's because the marks you're not going to give Ilia a 6. out of 10 here.
I never asked him to be a 6
No, so
out
what
of
I'm
10.
saying is,
But
like,
I'm
that's
sorry.
a fairer, more normal look. In the 4 range, 5 range, when it comes to the overall, that is more normalized, I can say. Because Ilia doesn't suck. You guys, let's not get
He doesn't suck, I know.
He's a good skater. It just, you guys, he looks worse when Adam's right in front of him or behind him.
But he's not.
That's why he looks
He's not
bad.
consistent in the 9s either, in my opinion.
No, he's not.
But that's what he's getting marked at.
That's giving him, that would still give him 86
Yes.
in the
He
9s.
has high 8s and 9s. That's it.
Who gave him 9s?
Um.
I'm guessing USA.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 judges gave him 9s.
Who? I want to know the countries right now. Is it Canada?
One
He'll
was
be in
the
trouble.
American one.
Yeah, exactly. The American. Yeah. of
Judge
course
number 3, 4.
He's not
Oh
on the
well, I
9s,
guess
you
it
guys.
depends. Okay, hold on.
So Ilia's good as Hanu? Jason Brown? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
Judge
this is the
number
problem
3,
with
4,
Judge.
6, and 9.
You can't be giving him 9s. I'm sorry, but he's not there yet. Even
Some of them even have Ilia ranked higher in certain areas than Adam. Like it's like, what are you watching?
well, the good thing
I know
is
PCS is subjective, but come on.
the good thing is, you guys, though, I will say this though, when I used to tell you guys about Hanu, Adam has now put his name on the world stage here.
Yeah.
So now these judges and everyone else is gonna know, oh, this Adam guy's good. Kind of like me. I just see him for the first time and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
we got a guy on our hands here. We got somebody new that's really pushing the envelope. That is somebody that's like, oh, this guy looks like a world champ. Like, this guy can compete.
His
So,
hat's been thrown into the ring for sure.
as long as he's skating and making his, quads and stuff like that, he's going to give himself a chance right through to the Worlds.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Yeah. I agree.
So, good for him. You guys, I just want to quickly say, like, I haven't been doing it as much because when Hanu was gone and stuff and, like, some of the Russians were gone, it kind of, like, hurt me in the sense of, like, it was hurting my, like, judgment of the sports and care. And I was like, there's so much politics going on and stuff. And it really kind of, like, gave you a bad taste, And then there was some transition of figure skaters leaving and some ones I really loved. And I was kind of like, oh, I'm going through, and I'm trying to get back into it again and slowly. Like, Ryan's been watching. I watch with him here and there. And I try to pay as much attention as I can. But just, it's kind of been 2 years, 3 years that I was kind of like a little lull, but I'm getting back into it, right? I'm here today. I was happy to see some skaters, and there are some good ones upcoming. So this is good. This is what we want. We want to see competition at its finest in figure skating. And we want to have those debates, right? Like if there's no debates about, oh, this guy's 1 or this guy's 2 or 1, 2, 3 or girl or it doesn't matter. You want those debates in sports because that is what pushes you guys. Rivalries from any sport, from boxing, Holyfield, Tyson, to, Tessa, Scott, and Virtue versus the Americans at that time was Charlie, right?
Tanner.
And White. Charlie White and...
Tanner.
No, the ice dance.
Merrill Davis and Charlie White. So
Right, like... Elvis Stoico in his eras, and like with the Russians always, and then there was the Browning versus Scott Hamilton. Like, when you have all these different, you have all these different rivalries, it pushes everyone to be better, but it also gives an audience. Tanya versus
Nancy.
My favorite. She gave her, at the end of the day, you guys, I did watch that movie, by the way. Tanya. I went into the movie theaters for the first time in like 18 years when it came out. And I went with Ryan and watched it. I actually really liked it. So, and you know what? I really didn't know a lot of that story, and I learned about it, and I started watching interviews, and now I know it all. So, but that's what I'm saying. Rivalries push entertainment, pushes audience, and it makes everybody that much better, honestly, in the figure skating world.
Yeah.
It does. Competition pushes you to be the best. So, this is good that we're coming into the Olympic cycle upcoming here. We want to see the skaters develop. Like Adam's a new guy that's gonna come there and push the envelope.
He's not really new.
Well, for me, he is.
He's establishing
he's
himself
established
as a top skater.
Right, that's what I meant. It's not just Una, Shoma, and gonna be Ilia.
Yeah.
Now we got a bunch.
You're gonna have
I would love to see you guys. If anyone knows, write it in there. But is do you know? Is the American coming back? The other one, Chen. Or is it Chen?
Nathan Chen.
Nathan Chen, yeah. Oh yeah, Patrick Chen.
I don't believe he is gonna come back.
Oh, see, like that. But imagine if he came back and like the three, like there would be such a rivalry, especially in America. Can you imagine that fight?
I don't know if he's
Ilia
officially
versus
retired. If he has, let us know in the comments. But
we need that though. Like that is how you get the eyes on. It's no.
Yeah.
You guys look at it in the Russian way. The girls are like the viewership, right?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go watch them because it's a battle of those like four.
Yeah.
Right, and everyone's got their favorite.
Well, Japan too. The Japanese national.
But I'm saying the Russians are so like they got the highest ratings for their women, and people do it because they all have their favorites. But it doesn't matter. It pushes the competition. That's what we want to see. The Russians aren't in it anymore. We gotta push some rivalries, and we need some better ones coming here. So, hopefully, in the next 2 years, I guess, when the Olympics come, we got some competition coming, especially in the women's field and pairs. We need pairs. Come on. So,
on a lasting note, I just wanted to let you guys know I did buy a book. It was called The Rodchenkov Affair. That is the guy who kind of oversaw and was directly involved with the Russian doping scandal. I really want to read it, and I think it's going to be absolutely fascinating, and I think it's going to be a bombshell book to tell all of what really went on and what the Russian scheme was and why they're in the position that they are in. And so when I finish that book, I will have a show just about that to let
your
you guys
thoughts
know
about
what
it.
we found out.
Go over it.
Yeah. And
I will definitely not be part of that. I'm not a big politics kind of guy. I don't love it. So.
Well, he is still alive, and he is in the United States under witness protection because basically the Russian government wants to kill him because he has outed them.
Okay, let's not go there. I don't like that. That's not nice.
Well,
it is what it is, right? Okay, you guys. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in again. I'm back. I'm here. Let's have some fun again. And I didn't make you laugh that much this time, but I'll make sure I make you laugh a little bit. Like, when we do weird things like, whoop, I
missed.
Oh, did I? Well, how embarrassing.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you. Next event, Cup of China, is coming up.